My name is Sonja Milsom and I am your Epicure consultant. This is a bonus night cooking class demo because this is not part of anybody's particular show schedule, but I am prepping what I will call socially distanced appetizers for those functions where you are trying to make sure that nobody has to double dip and nobody forgets or whatever, and everybody has individual little bite-sized pieces to be able to enjoy time together and continue to stay safe. We're gonna get started. I'm going to show you how I'm doing some just easy prep for some easy bite-sized pieces for your properly social distance partying. Okay, so here we go, we're gonna get started. So first of all, gonna grab my favorite knife. I probably buried it here somewhere. I use it so much. What did I do with that knife? Ha ha ha. So much for getting started. There it is. So my ceramic bladed knife, which you guys know I love if you have joined me before. The camera doesn't quite hit my entire island, so let me slide this around just a little bit. I'm gonna start with cutting some chicken up. So one of the first items, and I did just wash my hands before touching my camera screen, right? Oh, we try so hard to get all the rules right, and sometimes we still miss the mark. So there we go. Clean hands before we touch our raw chicken. Ceramic knife, chicken. We're gonna cut these into some diced pieces. You guys know how much I love this knife, how easy it is. This is the smaller one, the Paring Pro, and it is still available right now. The larger size is currently out of stock, so sad by that, but the smaller one is still in stock. So, and I am doing it on our cutting mats, and there we go, quick, easy. So the first app that I am starting off making here is our chicken salad that I'm gonna put on sliced baguette or on a little Boston lettuce. So again, easily moved into our little rectangular baker. There we go. And to that, I am going to add my favorite seasoning currently is from our summer collection, our Tuscan chicken burger seasoning. I'm gonna sprinkle that in, mix it up a bit, make sure it coats all the pieces. Not adding any oil, anything really. Just the Tuscan seasoning and chicken. You can do that in this smaller rectangular baker, depending on how many you're cooking for, or our larger multi-purpose pot. I am going to put the lid on that to seal our steam inside. There's a couple of steam vents here. It will let that out as it's cooking, and I'm going to toss this in the microwave for 4 minutes. That's right, just 4 minutes. While that is cooking, we'll go ahead and prep the sauce that's going to go in it. So I have a little bit of mayo to start us off. I like to add a little bit of mustard or Dijon to my chicken salad. Completely your own personal preference how you do that. Everybody has their own kind of preference. To that, I'm going to add some of our Big Burger sauce. And maybe it's counterintuitive to do. The Big Burger sauce is when it's mixed with mayo and ketchup, it comes out to like that awesome sauce that you would use at, say, Burger King or, am I allowed to mention actual places? Okay, fast food restaurants, that special sauce. Yep, ketchup, mayo, and a little bit of their special seasoning, whatever that may be per place. But our Big Burger sauce has in it onion, red bell pepper, garlic, herbs, chives, and black pepper. And I find that it makes an awesome seasoning for my chicken salad. So I'm gonna add that into my mayo and my mustard there. And we go, give this a little stir. And then when our chicken is done, it'll be ready to mix into our chicken, and then I will pop it in the fridge and let it chill and kind of get all the flavors mixed in there, and it will be super yummy to add to some bread tomorrow morning before the party or to a Boston wrap. So I'll finish that up in just a minute, but that's our first step there. To my chicken salad, I will dice up some celery. Like I said, I'll finish off the chicken salad when the chicken is ready. The next one that we're gonna do here for our bite-sized apps tomorrow is caprese bites. I love caprese salads in the summer. They're one of my all-time favorites. And you can use full-size tomatoes and the full-size buffalo mozzarella and do slices with everything. But for summertime eating, sometimes you just want bite-size, and especially now for socially distanced, you want bite-size. So take these. Somebody showed me a really cool trick the other day and I didn't get anything to do with it. Anyway, take a couple of these little cherry tomatoes, cut them in half. This is bocconcini cheese. So instead of using buffalo mozzarella, the big block of cheese, this is bocconcini. It comes in little pearl sizes, this next size up, and then there's a slightly bigger size. So I get this sort of medium size one. Slice those in half. And then grabbing my toothpicks, my party picks, I'm going to do a tomato. I have some fresh basil. Going to add in to one there. Add a piece of cheese in the middle. Maybe a little bit more basil because I'm really all about the basil. And add another cherry to the bottom. How adorable is that, right? So I'm going to do these little bites, and then for the party tomorrow, I got these little cups. They sell them at the dollar store. Here in Canada, I got some at Canadian Tire. I've gotten them at the grocery store. Anyway, these cute little cups, and they fit 5 or 6 of these little toothpicks in. You can see that if I do 5 or 6, I can fit them just in there. So they sit in the middle, and then to that, I am going to drizzle a bit of olive oil and top it with a bit of our balsamic vinaigrette seasoning on the top to make a yummy little caprese bite appetizer. How super easy is that? Socially distanced, the oil doesn't get on the rest of the foods. Perfect, perfect. Or you can use the full version of the balsamic vinaigrette dressing, which is olive oil and balsamic vinegar and the seasoning. Just a preference, everybody has a taste preference. So just with olive oil or with the olive oil and the balsamic vinaigrette. But like I said, I'm going to do 5 or 6 of those and get them so they sit up in the container, and just add the olive oil and seasoning to that. So that is my caprese bites that will be ready for tomorrow. The next one we're going to do is our ham, cheese, and bacon. So we have lots of kids coming tomorrow. Did I clean this? I think I did. I'm going to clean it again. Can't hurt clean it again, right? Okay. I'm going to do sort of more of a traditional sandwich for the teenagers. And for that, I am going to do what has become one of my favorites in my house, and that is our chipotle seasoning. It comes in our Asian collection, but it's sold separately. I use it all the time now. This is half gone. Just some mayo and some chipotle seasoning, and it is so good. It's good to dip chicken in. It's good to add as just a topping to sandwiches. I didn't even like mayo before I started adding this chipotle to it. Now, oh my goodness, I can dip just about anything in this. It is so yummy. Veggies, it's good as a veggie dip. It's good as an everything dip. So it makes a nice sort of chipotle color. So I'm going to take a bit of that. I'm going to spread that on the base of my tortilla roll. If you are trying to do more keto or gluten-free, or you're celiac, or somebody in your family or whatever, you can do this on a lettuce wrap instead, or you could just technically do it just with the ham as the base, but we're going to slice it up and do it on the tortilla wrap because it is for the kids tomorrow and none of them have any allergies. This is for a grad party / 50th birthday party, so it's a combination of things. So you'll see I added the chipotle and just spread it across the bottom of the tortilla wrap. And the tortilla wrap I have on top of a piece of saran wrap. If you've never made wraps before, the saran wrap is the key. It's doing it the day before, putting it on the saran wrap, and then rolling it with the saran wrap around it to kind of seal everything together and putting it in the fridge for a couple of hours or overnight, and then slicing it into bite-sized pieces before you are prepared to serve it. So that's what we're going to do for this. So we have a bit of ham. Here we go on our nice clean mat there. The ham I am going to grab out, and I'm going to layer along a single layer onto our tortilla, like so. Add a piece in the middle. There we go. Maybe split it up so it actually hits all the sides. There and there. And my kids love bacon. I don't know, if you're not a pork or bacon person, it's okay, don't add the bacon. But my kids do like bacon. You could do this with turkey instead. You could do really whatever kind of meat that your family prefers. But like I said, I'm just doing more of a ham version for tomorrow. So some bacon bits. I have my shredded cheese because we go through so much. Sometimes I do shred it up myself, but sometimes it's just quicker this way. So from my big Costco bag that we go through in this house so quickly. Add some shredded cheese in there. Okay. And then, you know, just because it makes it seem healthier, I'm gonna add some lettuce. The lettuce I am gonna shred just with my knife here to make it easier for when it rolls, and also for cutting it up tomorrow into our bite-sized pieces. So there we go, some lettuce. I'm gonna sprinkle that in. And then, like I said, if you've never done rolled up wraps before, they are seriously so easy. You see what I just did there? Tortilla to start, spread all your ingredients in. I do smoked salmon with cream cheese. Like I said, you can use turkey, whatever works, and you just start at the one end and do as tight a roll as you can all the way to the end, like that. And then you take your saran wrap and wrap it. And I got a little bit short here on my saran wrap, so I might get a second piece in just a bit, but basically you just want to wrap it into that saran wrap. Yep, I'll have to add a piece to the end, but you guys get the idea there. So wrap it so that it becomes a roll like this with the saran wrap, seal it in and put it in your fridge. And then tomorrow it'll be so much easier to cut. You just take the roll out, take the saran wrap off, and cut it into little bite-sized rolls. Turn them onto the plate. They look gorgeous. They're super yummy. Everything is there ready to go. So those are our ham wraps. And then we're going to do our prosciutto. This is super keto friendly for those who are doing keto or low carb. So this is, again, with the saran wrap base. And then I have layered several pieces of prosciutto. You can use smoked prosciutto or regular prosciutto, whichever you prefer. But you layer some so that they're slightly overlapping. I went ahead and put the first 4 pieces down just to save some time. But there's the other piece. And then to that, I have some cream cheese here. I'm going to put that to the side for just a minute. We're going to add some diced up red peppers. Take off the outer, there we go. Some diced up red peppers. And you do want to make them pretty fine for sure. Luckily our knife cuts super well, in case you haven't heard me mention that, haha. And you can cut super little diced up pieces. Okay, not a chef, actually a mom, haha, my own kitchen. So super diced up pieces. Toss those in with your cream cheese. Give it a mix. See how lazy I am? I'm using my cream cheese container instead of dirtying another bowl for this. So add the onions in. For mine, I like to add a bit of seasoning. We're gonna top the finished product with a balsamic glaze. So to my cream cheese, I am going to use my balsamic vinaigrette seasoning. So we're gonna add some of this into the cream cheese mix here. I love this stuff. I use it in so much. That and my Tuscan chicken have become my and the Chipotle. Okay, really, they've all become my new faves. Sorry, they're all my faves. But these are like really my faves right now. So mixing all that in. Okay, need a little bit more onion, I think. Maybe not. Okay, just maybe not. We won't do that. I have to make a couple of these. I'm just doing this for the demo now. So the onion is really to taste, depending on who's eating it and how you think they'll be with it. If they want a little bit more onion, a little bit less onion, no onion, whatever. So mixing that in, and let's get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, and you are going to spread this on the prosciutto. So you really want to do as thin a layer as possible, or else it makes it harder to roll, but you're just spreading it out, just like I spread the mayo on the tortilla earlier. But we're not putting any bread with this one. So, spreading that. And there. And then to that, we're adding some fresh arugula. Arugula gives a nice taste to our wrap here. I have some here. I am also going to dice this up into slightly smaller bits. Arugula. And I'm going to dice some of my fresh basil into this as well. A little bit more. Mix my arugula and basil up. Top that off like so. I'm going to post a picture of all this tomorrow so you can see what the finished product looks like. I did do a test run last week, so I'll post a picture of what I did last week. You'll get an idea. This one's a little harder to start the roll because it's not bread, but if you just sort of bend the saran wrap in at the end and then start the roll, it does really well. So do just a little bit of a roll up there. See, then it rolls really super easy. And I don't know if you guys can you see that? Creates such a great little rolled up piece. And then just like I said before, wrap it in your saran wrap. And then put it in the fridge for tomorrow. Yay, tomorrow morning I won't be in a rush. I will take this, I will take this, I will slice them up into pieces and they will look gorgeous and be so yummy. And I will top it with a balsamic glaze, which there is a way to make your own balsamic glaze, 100%. You can cook it on the stove and cook it down. I cheated and bought some pre-made balsamic glaze at the store for tomorrow's purposes, but you can do either one. So there's those two for tomorrow, and we're gonna do a couple more of those. We have the caprese bites, and we're just gonna finish up with our chicken salad. I'm gonna pull the chicken out of the microwave. See our 4 minutes chicken, diced up chicken with the Tuscan seasoning, all done. I'm gonna take this and add it into our bowl here. Whoops, a little bit of juice. Oh, a little bit of juice is okay. Add it into the bowl here. It's already diced because I diced it before I cooked it, so I don't have to cut it up into pieces now, which makes it even easier, right? To that, I'm going to add the Big Burger's mayo mustard mix that I showed you guys earlier. Sorry, I'm off camera. Chicken, mayo, and mustard mix. Gonna mix that up. If you want to add onions to it, you can. Again, depending on who you're feeding and their flavor preference. I like onions, but I'm making it for a lot of people. So I'm not going to add them. But instead, what I will do tomorrow is I will add just a little teeny couple little pieces of the green onion sprinkled on top, just for a pretty garnish, and it'll add nice flavoring for those who like onions, and for those who don't, they're easily picked off the top. So that's what we'll do with that. I'm gonna add some celery in to my chicken salad, like so. Again, smaller pieces usually work better. Oh my goodness, you guys, I just forgot something. See, this is what happens when you go live and you're not following your recipe very well. I'm gonna unwrap our prosciutto wrap because I left something out. I knew I was forgetting something, I just couldn't figure out what it was. So the prosciutto wrap, what I did leave out, you do the cream cheese, you do the red onions, you do the arugula with the basil. That's all definite. The other part that you want to mix into your cream cheese mixture is artichoke hearts. So I take them, I dice them up really small, crush them up, whatever, and mix them into the cream cheese mixture, and then put it on, and then top it with the arugula and basil, and then roll it up. So I'll be unrolling that later and fixing that because I forgot, but it is meant to have artichoke hearts in the middle of that roll. See, yay, live theater. That's what this is, right? Live TV, live theater, live Facebook, whatever. So don't always get it right. Sometimes you have to go back and fix things, but I'm glad I remembered before I went off camera so that you guys could see that. So our chicken salad will have a really nice flavor to it after it sits in the fridge for a bit, but that's what I did. If you want to add some diced pickles to it or some relish or whatever season extra to that, but chicken in that seasoning, a bit of celery, maybe a bit of onion, etc. Be so yummy. I am probably also going to dice up a bit of peppers in it just to give it a little bit of color. Just little diced up pieces of pepper into the chicken salad to sort of spice it up. You can add some diced up pieces of tomato into it. Really, you know, chicken salad. As long as it has chicken, you're pretty good and good flavor to it. So chicken with good flavor and whatever else you want to add to it. So we'll do that, and then like I said, tomorrow I will get some slices of some French bread, top that, a little bit of green onion, or the Boston lettuce for those who want to go more keto. And I'm also going to be making some deviled eggs because, you know, why not? Who doesn't love deviled eggs at their outside party? My deviled eggs, I did not get them on to cook early enough, so they just finished, so I'm not going to take them out and try to make them hot. But deviled eggs, pop the yellow out, mix the yellow up, a little bit of mayo, maybe a little bit of mustard, depending on your preference, and possibly relish. And then I love to add my lemon dilly seasoning and my 3 onion seasoning into that, and then put it back onto my the white haft of my boiled egg. And then I top mine with our Better Than Bacon, which is sort of like bacon bits. It has that crunch like bacon bits, but it is actually made from pinto beans. It is vegan friendly. So if you have people coming who really prefer not to do meats or not to do pork or whatever, if you're trying to deal with other dietary issues, this Better Than Bacon topping is awesome, super yummy. Be careful, you might have to hide it from the kids because it's super snackable too. But I will be adding some of that as a little topping to our deviled eggs for tomorrow. And that's my 30 minutes, you guys. That's my party tomorrow I'm prepping for. So we're gonna have, I know it looks like a mess right now, but I'm gonna finish it up and make little mini platters with 1 or 2 of each things on them so that people can have their socially distanced plate of goodies, and nobody has to worry about the shared items. Chicken salad, caprese bites, our prosciutto wraps with don't forget the artichokes part, artichokes, and our ham, cheese, and bacon wraps as well, our deviled eggs, and we're having a party tomorrow. Are you guys having a party soon? I hope you take a couple of these suggestions and consider using them for your next either smaller socially distanced event or bigger event that you might have off in the future. So that's all I have for you today. So thank you guys very much, and I hope you have an amazing weekend wherever you are. Bye.